So there are a lot of unknowns when you're moving to a new city, and even more unknowns when you're trying to buy a home in a new city. Many people see the benefits of owning a home and holding on to it long term, but here's the question though, is now a good time to buy in Denver? I often tell my friends and family that the best time to buy real estate was 20 years ago. And the second best time to buy real estate is today. And here I am to tell you, spoiler alert, you should be buying today. I'm going to be starting off this video with the local market, especially at this point in time, August of 2023. And then I'll zoom out a little bit more and see what the realistic trends are going to be maybe 20, 30 years down the road. And I'm going to be doing all of this with my new pair of glasses. Check it out. I like the frameless thing to it. I really dig it, but let me know in the comments below if you actually prefer that black, thick framed look, or if you like this look. I think it makes me look a little bit more sophisticated. So getting right into it, the inventory is increasing here in the Denver area. More homes are staying on the market, and right now we're seeing at about 1.7 months of inventory. Inventory levels should be about 3 to 6 months in order for it to be healthy. So what does that mean, having only 1.7 months of inventory? Well, if it's anything less than 3 months, you are in a seller's market. If it's anything above 6 months of inventory, you are in a buyer's market. So with only 1.7 months of inventory, it means based on the demand, we would have inventory to last about 1.7 months to be fully taken off the market without any additional homes coming onto the market. And it's really hard to say where the market will go from here and which way that scale will tip. Will it tip towards the buyers or towards the sellers? Will there be more inventory or less inventory? There are still a lot of variables here in the Denver area, like the increase in population, how fast inventory is actually increasing, and of course, inflation is a big variable as well. I have no crystal ball, but if I were to make a prediction here, I would assume that it's going to be more and more unaffordable as the years go on. What's interesting about this market too is that the median home price here in the Denver area has seen a slight decline, which is really interesting because we are in the hot summer months, and a lot of people usually want to move during this time rather than the winter time. As of right now, with a lot of my buyers, I'm putting in offers at asking price or below, and they're just getting accepted. If they are at the asking price versus below the asking price, I'm asking for a lot of concessions. For example, closing costs to be paid, or even getting a 2-1 buy down from the sellers. In the end, that really helps my buyers to have a more affordable mortgage payment, and that just makes their life that much easier while living in their home. And I'll bring this up a little bit later in the video regarding seller concessions, so stick around until then. I think the main reason why that we're seeing this increase in inventory and the decrease in median home price, I think it's mainly because of the increase in interest rates. Right now we're hovering around 7.5 to 7.625. And if you have been a buyer since 2022 or 2021 where you're used to 3% interest rates, that kind of hurts your wallet. But those buyers that are truly motivated, they could definitely work out a better deal with the sellers, and the concessions definitely help with that long-term longevity. So let's talk a little bit more about the interest rates. On to the last segment, the interest rates are scaring a lot of buyers from entering this market. And I don't blame the buyers, to be honest. Let's say for a $500,000 home, let's say you put down only 5% on a property, at the interest rates that they're at right now at 7.625%, the monthly payment will be approximately $3,300 if you don't include taxes and insurance. And back 2 years ago, the interest rates were about 3%. If you were to factor all of that in with the same purchase price, with the same down payment, you're only paying just over $2,000 per month just for principal and interest, not including taxes and insurance, which is a vast difference, a $1,300 difference per month buying now versus back 2 years ago. And the majority of potential buyers, they want to check Zillow's mortgage calculator first, and once they see that number, they run for the hills. So that must mean less competition for buyers out there that really want to get into the market. And I'm speaking for myself here, but I am still looking for an investment property here in the Denver area. And now I know what you might be thinking. Why the heck would I want to buy in this market when interest rates are so high? And with that, I will give you 3 reasons. Number 1, if you buy a house at that 7.6% interest rate and the rates go lower over time, then you can just refinance into that lower interest rate. If you buy a home at 7.6% and the rates go higher, Congratulations, you now have a lower interest rate compared to the buyers in the future. And number 3, if you're looking to buy a home, especially in this market, sellers are more willing to work with you versus any other time in the market that I've been a real estate agent. And right now I'm working with a bunch of buyers that are looking for homes that have that motivated seller aspect to it so that they can get some significant concessions and get a lower monthly payment in turn. So now to sum it up, knowing that there's a dip in the market right now with median home prices decreasing and interest rates increasing and the buyers really not wanting to be on the market right now, what does it look like long term? Are we still seeing the enjoyment of appreciation in the market if you were to just buy and hold the property? The short answer is yes. You will find some really good appreciation over time, in my opinion, with everything that's going on in the Denver market. And now for the long answer, detailing all of that good stuff, the Denver market has appreciated pretty significantly over the past 5 years. So back in June of 2018, the median home price in the greater Denver area was approximately $445,000. And then fast forwarding into June 2020, which is during the heat of COVID, the median home price actually increased to $560,000, a 21% increase over 3 years. And all of this appreciation is due to the population growth and the employment growth over time. And the greater Denver area has seen some significant population growth over time, especially over the past 50 years. If you were to look at all of those numbers, on average, year over year, it has increased about 1.8%. Employers have been moving all over the nation and even internationally to move into Denver based on this information. And some of those companies are Honest Jobs, Datadog, AutoNation, and Vizio. And I mentioned in a previous video that the college graduates don't really move out of the Denver area. They actually stay within Colorado, which is great. There's not that much brain drain. And the employers are following suit. A lot of them realize that they are staying in the Colorado area, and so a lot of employers are staying in there where the talent is. And so now with all of this data in aggregates, with the combination of the market trends, population growth, market growth, and with the dip in prices and the inventory increasing, I would say, yeah, right now is a good time to buy here in Denver. And in combination with all that, the outdoor lifestyle and the booming tech scene, a lot of people want to just live here for that quality of life. And so if you're convinced with all this information, I know I am because I'm still buying properties here, hit me up because I'm a licensed broker here in Colorado and I want to help you either move here or find investment property here because yeah, I'm very bullish on it. And with that being said, thank you so much for watching and I'll see you guys next week.